This 5-bedroom farmhouse was built in 1901 by one of the family members of this area's first settlers. They moved to the area in 1794. Over the years, the family would expand, and 3 of the men would go on to each own one of their own water power mills in the township, and at least one of them would go on to fight for the Union in the Civil War. Eventually, one of the family would purchase this land and build the home, just down the road from another of the family's farms, which was built in 1890. That home is almost identical to this structure, and that property was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2007, while this farm sits neglected. We reached out to the nearest town's historic society to see if they had any information on this farm or could at least shed light on who its original owner was of the family, but they did not, simply sending this wonderfully literate email back to us. The farm likely remained in the family for a while, but was purchased by another farmer in 1986. He passed away in 2016 and his wife in 2019. Though they had 4 children, the home still remains in their name, meaning it is likely tied up in a legal limbo. Well, I was gonna go in there until I notice there are a ton of bees flying around right there. Oh, this one's packed full. Oh my god, that's disgusting. It's a fur that they skinned and left hanging here. I'm not quite sure of what. Here's a water spigot they had enclosed, probably so in the winter they didn't have to go out into the cold. See these big double doors here. Old cot. There's a 98 calendar right there. But then there's a 2000. This is a noose. Or 2 nooses.
That's weird.
The antlers were mounted onto this white bust, but either it never had the deer skin on it, or for some reason they took it off.
Locked. This one's like tied shut. There's like somebody's, I don't know, there's some sort of makeshift, it is, because there's a closer line over there.
I was unable to open the door at the end of the hall, and inside the house just sort of had a feeling of not really being quite empty, if you know what I mean. Could the door have just been jammed? Sure. An animal skin in a barn isn't that out of the ordinary either. But why the two hangman's nooses cut on the floor? Could it have just been teenagers fooling around? If so, there are no other signs such as vandalism or beer cans. No crime reports exist for the area online, but being such a rural area, it is unlikely any would be posted anyways. For now, all we can do is speculate on what happened inside these walls.